Hello everyone, my name is Suki. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here we're all about empowering you to win and to live a successful life holistically through relevant knowledge and wisdom bites. Now, the second law of poverty, again, every time I keep saying this, it just amuses me that there are laws of poverty that people actually adhere to ensure that they remain faithful to lack and limitations. But the second law of poverty is what I call the law of laziness in brackets slothfulness. This is very true in my generation. This is true in the times that I live in now. A lot of us are lazy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the lack of balance from the digital age where we're all on social media. A lot of us are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and doing all manner of things. Maybe we're just so driven by entertainment and pleasure, but the average young person is extremely lazy mentally. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you were able to sit in your room alone for 30 minutes without your phone, without the TV on, and just meditating? So you see, when I talk about lazy, some people are thinking I'm saying, oh, but I go to the gym, oh, but I go to work. You cannot call me lazy. No, when I say laziness, I'm talking about laziness mentally. We're so lazy mentally, it is shocking, it is unbelievable. We're driven by stimulation. We're in a very stimulating, sensitive time where we just want to be stimulated by entertainment, by short videos, by all manner of comedy. And so the average person nowadays does not take time to really think. You know, it's unbelievable that one of the greatest assets we have as human beings, one of the most, what I call our gold mine, the very jewelry in our arsenal is the mind. And yet, society has driven us to a point where the last thing we now use is our minds. We use our minds in very mediocre and menial things. We spend hours on Netflix. We spend hours surfing the internet, going on videos that do not inspire, do not edify, do not teach us or educate us. And we just embark on so many time wasting ventures. And then the end result is that you have a generation of people who are unmotivated, who are uninspired, who are just driven by fun and games and pleasure, and the end result is laziness and slothfulness. Now, the danger with this is that if we remain lazy mentally, if we remain lazy, then we're adhering to the law of poverty. This is a major law of poverty. Why? Because a lazy person does not have the time or the energy level required to come up with what we call structured ideas that can bet beautiful results. Many of us now, we live in a time where it's just copy and paste. Somebody says something, oh, I like this idea. Let me see if I can replicate it. But then what happened to originality? What happened to thinking outside the box? What happened to thinking about things to the level where you begin to create a long-term solution? The average person now is not solution driven. I want to ask another question. What solutions are you contributing now in your family, in your home, in your office, in your place of work, in your environment? What solutions are you contributing that people can say, you know what, this is a person of value? Why? Because we are lazy. And why are we lazy? Not because we are bad people, but because we spend more time on our phones than we spend time here. Please, I want to challenge us. We need to go back to the things that the greats do. And one of the things they do is what we call meditation. If I tell you now to try, after this video, try and meditate for 1 minute, it will shock you that 90% of us, after 30 seconds, we have gotten distracted. Why? Because this is an art that is a dying art in our times. But for you to truly do something that is worthwhile, something generational, whether it's a business idea, whether it's a vision, a project, a mandate, whatever it is, we need to work with our minds. Our minds are extremely important for where we want to be and where we want to go. So we must cancel laziness. We must give into discipline, give into hard work, give into diligence. Because you know the thing about the mind is that the mind is such a beautiful force. It will surprise you that one thing that starts as just one idea, every idea is a seed, but one seed that is allowed time to find expression in the right soil, in a conducive environment where it can be watered and nurtured, that's once it becomes a forest, it becomes a garden. So one idea, and the issue is that because we are lazy mentally, you may have one good idea, but you have not allowed it time to be nurtured. You have not allowed it time to be watered. You have not allowed it time to be developed into something that is generational. So many of us have various ideas that come to us, but we have not taken the time to stay with these ideas until the more point where it becomes very fruitful and a blessing to everybody else. So laziness and slothfulness, not wanting to go out, not wanting to make things happen. Let me tell you something about this life. This life does not meet anybody halfway. It's not good, it's not nice to anybody. Life and time, they are very objective. They don't bow to anybody. They are very independent forces on their own. You must make things happen. You must by your own self go out and make things happen. Make things happen here first, which we'll be getting to later. But secondly, make things happen with your motion, with your moving forward. Don't stay with entertainment alone. Entertainment can just help you pass away the time and pacify your feelings of depression and sadness. But in the long term, entertainment will contribute to a poor quality of life if it's not captured with balance, with productivity, and other important things. So the second law of poverty that a lot of us unconsciously adhere to and are loyal to is the law of laziness and slothfulness. So if we can change this orientation, first of all, mentally, and begin to work harder, it will surprise you the opportunities that have been waiting for you since, waiting for you to get up, waiting for you to go on your laptop, waiting for you to move out. And then you see the opportunities that are right before you. I trust that you learned a lot from this law of laziness and slothfulness. In the next video, we're going to be learning of the law of mediocrity and comfort. You don't want to miss it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just also want to encourage you to please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share, because that also encourages me to put out more of this content, because I know that it means it's impactful and you're learning from it. Thank you.